What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crypto Beer. Today we're going to talk about how you can take advantage of a huge opportunity that there is right now in the crypto space. And if you don't have technical knowledge, or maybe you don't have the skills that I'm talking about, look, don't worry. These are skills that you can learn and you can implement. And the great thing is, guys, is that if you have access to capital, or if you can raise capital, you can even go about this a different way. So we're going to give you a kind of bird's eye view of the opportunities that exist and how I would go about, how I am going about taking advantage of them, some tools that you can use to get the job done. And guys, the great thing about this is that really the sky is the limit with what you can make from this. Because while yes, there are salary jobs, there's also awesome opportunities for you to go out and create something that can impact the market and in turn return, tons of value to you personally. So with that said, let's get into today's video. So what am I talking about these awesome opportunities? I am talking about becoming a developer, becoming a software engineer. Now I know right there you're probably a little scared, or maybe put off by that idea, but just hear me out, guys. There are people who have had no coding experience, who've gone through some of the programs that I'm going to tell you about, and within 3 months had a full-time job paying six figures, even more in some cases. So it is a doable, it is an achievable thing. It's not something that is far off from you, and it's not like you necessarily need to be really excellent at math. You just need to have a logical mind, understanding like how things are assembled. Think of putting together a puzzle, and that's kind of what you're going to be doing. So with that said, let's talk about some tools. So number one, guys, I want to tell you about Ivanontech's course. Now, I have not taken the course, but I have done a bunch of tutorials from Ivanontech. I have followed him and walked through it, and I think the course is awesome. I might end up actually taking the course, but right now I'm going through another one that I'll tell you about later, and it's free. And my suggestion is always use the free resource first. But the reason I'm telling you about this is because Ivan has he's done a lot for the space. Also, the node that he provides through Morales is huge. The things that you can do with ease using Morales is pretty incredible. So be sure to check him out. If you're interested in his course, there's a link down in the description below. I am not an affiliate, so I'm not making any money off this. I'm just helping you out. Okay, the number two resource that I would say as far as a paid resource goes is Dapp University. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Dapp University, a guy named Gregory, you can YouTube him. You can look for him up on YouTube, and he's a great guy. He's got a bunch of free resources. I have also used his free resources. I have not got his course yet. I'm thinking about it because Gregory is legit. A lot of his stuff is really good. It's helped me understand more about what is going on with this technology and kind of opportunities that are out there. He's another good guy in the space, and I would highly recommend his course. I've heard from people who've personally gone through his course, and it's been beneficial. So I'll also link down to him in the description below, to where you can go and take his course. Now, the other one that I'm going to tell you about, this is a free resource, and the great thing about this resource is it's a Solidity course, beginner to expert, and it's done by a guy named Patrick Collins, who's one of the founders of Chainlink. So right there's credibility behind his course. He really goes into breaking down the details. I am currently doing this. Now, I'm not complete with it. It's 16 hours long, and if you're going to do it right, it's probably going to take you way more than 16 hours. So it will take some time, and I suggest you, I've replayed the first 2 hours a bunch of times, just because I wanted to take notes, make sure I had a full-blown, very good comprehension of it. Now we're going through some of the exercises and tutorials that he takes you through in that course but it's a great course, guys. I mean, it's a college level course. And here's the great thing about this, guys. You may be thinking, okay, so if I get these courses, I'm still not going to be able to get a job. Well, here's the thing about crypto, guys. Here's the thing about blockchain. Right now, the space is so new that there's actually not much formal education that you can get on it. Like if you go to your local university, you're not going to find too many courses in blockchain. You know, you may find computer science courses, they may be teaching Java and things like that, but as far as blockchain technology, the resources are limited. The amount of knowledge is limited. Most people, there's a lot of people who are college professors who have no clue how blockchain actually works. And the great thing about the last tool that I mentioned in Patrick Collins' course on Solidity is he actually goes through how blockchain technology works, so you can understand the advantages, so you can take advantage of the opportunities that are there. And the great thing about this, guys, is, you know, because there's so many limited resources, there are very few actual blockchain developers. And there is a difference between a blockchain developer and a normal developer. Now, if you have a history or a background in computer science and you know some languages, maybe you know Python or you know Java, this is going to be a much easier transition for you, and it's going to be a wise move for you to do. So there's that. But if you don't have any of that experience, don't be afraid. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do it. There's plenty of other people that are actively learning Solidity and using it. And the reason that I wanted to learn it is not because like I was like, oh yeah, I want a developer, I want to go, you know, I want to make 150 grand a year. No, it's because I have ideas for projects, and for me it helps me out to understand how it works in order to explain someone how to do certain things. But for my first few projects, I decided, hey, I want to tackle these by myself, you know, figuring out all the problems to myself, and then when I have a more complex project, I can bring other people on. So that's my ideas. Now here, guys, there's not just opportunities for developers in this space, but there's also a huge opportunity for artists. If you have skills in doing layered art, you can easily find connections with NFT projects and make really good money. The great thing about I think getting in connection with projects and getting paid kind of that way as far as working together on a project is the sky is the limit, guys. I remember hearing about Junkyard Dogs, these guys who came together and did this project, got this artist together, and they ended up, I mean, you know, making millions of dollars over the course of just a few months. So the sky's the limit, guys. You can do so much in this space, and the great thing about it is you don't have to have like creative ideas. You can turn an idea that is already existing that's already out there, Dapp, that already is out in the marketplace, and you can say, how can we do this better? Or maybe another blockchain doesn't have a project like that, and you can introduce that to another chain. So there's all sorts of ways to apply this technology and ways to get in. You know, one is being a developer, two is being an artist, and then three, if you are a great social networker, you can hook up with a project in order to just be able to promote their projects. There are people that are looking for people with those type of skills. So if you really know how to work Twitter and to get, you know, to build up a following, you can turn around and do that too. So those are just a few of the ways that you can make some really good income in the crypto sphere. Guys, the average blockchain developer right now makes 150K a year. So, you know, this is not something that should be looked at, and also it's something that is heavily in need. Okay, there are so many companies that are actively looking for blockchain developers, and because of the lack of skill set that you find with people who just have a computer science degree, they have to look beyond that into people who actually know their stuff. And so each one of these programs is going to help you create a portfolio of projects that you can turn around and say, hey, no, I may not have a degree, but I do have this. Or if you have a degree, you also have this portfolio, and then you're even more attractive to those companies. So that's a little bit of my thoughts around that, guys. I hope this was helpful. Hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and like it down below. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll be sure to catch you next time. Have an awesome day, guys. Stay super pumped about the crypto space and the opportunities that exist, because literally, guys, there's very few places where you can go and get in and start working on a project that could become worth $1 billion in just a matter of months. But in crypto, it's possible. So hope that encourages you. Hope you're pumped, and hope you're excited about getting started. I'll keep on bringing all the resources and news that I have to you guys to help you grow into the developer or artist or whatever you want to be in this space. We'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.